Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a sporganum. We don't know the root of infection. Before, the bodies floating around the Qurrantine facility are bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our Hunter Cipher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cipher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected?
Kill Congo.
During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. It'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'll be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how a quarantine staff member is suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Who's already symptomatic in the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cipher is behind us, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire...
I've already identified it.
We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
It's a bummer when you got a lot more soldiers too. You see a kill Congo, you best, and it's going to really lower your people. You get them all back out after you complete the 29. I don't even quote no more men. Only ones you get. Thing is, you're not allowed to dismiss nobody or anything after this. Alright. I'd like to kind of go through my staff here first. Got a lot of them, don't I? I wish there was a way you could just select anybody that speaks that language. It'd be quicker. I'm sure you want to watch me do this. I mean, but it's kind of interesting. Sometimes you forget some of them too.
Select unit. Staff has been quarantined.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Mm-hmm. It's never your high-ranking soldiers. Well, I mean it is, but there's another way you can do it too, quicker.
Select unit. Staff has been quarantined.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Mm-hmm. So about every other man is a lot of these base developments are one thing about it, I'm so glad to get Code Talker.
The weather will clear shortly.
Just like I say, you want to grab all your Kikongo. If you don't quarantine them, they will die. Now you could hurry up, you know. I suggest you put a protection on the S plus soldiers you got. I'm just going to quarantine them to be safe. Dairy. I never seen any one of them like that before. See, it can take you a little while to go through all these. The more men you got, the worse it is. And I've got a ton of men. I got 1,100 soldiers. I've been busy. But that makes it funner. Oh, you could go through it without doing anything, but you wouldn't be able to develop the good weapons. Oops. And if you put some in there by mistake, don't worry about it. They won't die, that's for sure. And if you miss some, they will die. That's why you don't want to wait around too long, because you know, I know, it kind of catches you by surprise, especially when you lose all your soldiers. it's kind of a drag, you know, when everybody starts dying on you. But someone said you can keep them from your people from dying if you lock them down, protect them. It's kind of the boring part, but I guess if you didn't know what was going on, you would start seeing certain people dying with certain language barrier. It's about a language that Skullface made that disease attack. And of course, Quiet has that same disease, but hers is English strain. But they never did figure out why hers never became active and killed everybody, because she never spoke the language. She never one time spoke the language to protect him. She didn't want no one to die. Yeah, it was a bummer for me, because I lost a lot of good soldiers I had collected back in. The first time it was frustrating. I just went ahead and started all over. But you know, I planned this game within about 2 months. Me too, it sucked. I lost so many people the first time around. I was dicking around trying to level up stuff, and yet my men were dying so fast I couldn't keep them, so I just restarted the whole dang game. Because then I found out what it was after and I said, well, after I lost them all, I'll just start all over. She's funny looking. And I probably missed a few. I mean, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if I didn't miss any. I mean, I got most of them.
Select unit.
Oh, quarantine.
Staff has been
Well, medical, this should do it right here.
Quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Yeah. Well, I don't have very many Congo in the. Now they're coming. Now they're showing up, ain't they? Wow. I know this is kind of boring, everybody, but oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you don't get on it quickly, you definitely lose a lot of good staff. I mean, I'm not so worried if I wouldn't later in the game, because I can always go get new ones. But dang. Well, as you can see, some of them I got locked in. But I ain't gonna lock them all in. Heck, it'd be kind of pointless at this point. But that really takes my base down. As you see, it really takes the strength of my base down. Yeah, a lot of A ranks have it. So in this next bit, where we go up to get to Metal Archaea, we're not going to support anybody. I don't want no more people for now, because I'm tired of putting men or people away. All right.
select unit.
So over 500 men. Yeah.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Yep. Yep. I think I'm good. See, some of them sympathetic. Some of the early ones they put in there are symptomatic. So these are going to die probably because they're symptomatic. Did you notice the common thing? Kikongo is the main language that is in here. That's the common thing.
Boss, a new job's coming. It's a hit. On the human trafficker who sent Shibani and the others to the Zodiac.
Yeah, I know.
Were you ready to sell? The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around on the base. The symptoms are similar to the ones
Okay,
we saw
honey,
in the
now.
factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
That'll be our next mission. I want to thank everybody for watching. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back with this mission right here.